What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Varnum's Auto. As y'all can see, booyah! My 902 Vortec iron heads. Wish they were aluminum, but hey, can't complain because 902s, they're pretty good Vortec heads. I'm hoping everybody is having a good Sunday morning. It is October the 29th. What we got going on here today with Vortec 902 heads is we're gonna take off our valves, our intake, and our exhaust. We're gonna put them right here, like I've already gotten two already. Once we get them all off, we're gonna clean this head. And of course, got another one that makes the pair. We're gonna clean them. Inside and out. Come on, buddy. Flip up. Clean the surface for the gasket. Get the rest of it off. Clean it all up. The ports, all the passages, the water jackets, and maybe, hopefully, get the threads that's in here on these heads, get them cleaned out, and take out the old spark plugs, and we'll be going from there. I tried to make a video yesterday on my 88 GMC 5.7. Now I swapped out the carburetor spacer and put a new one on. I was trying to install the centerpiece for the 4-hole adapter, and things just didn't work out because my secondary wouldn't open up. I guess it's some kind of defected, defaulted or something. The prints screwed up when they made it or something, I don't know, but it specifically said that it was for Elderbrock. It didn't particularly say what Elderbrock, but it says it's good for Holly, the EFI, whatever. But the 4-hole just would not work, which kind of bummed me a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna have to get on Summit and ask them what is the best card spacer to get for this intake. It is a dual plane. This is getting on my nerves now. There we go. Bada boom, bada bang. Just that easy. Now you can turn your little knob to allow your spring, your valve spring to rest. Keep in mind that you got your little cap for your spring where your valves go at. Not worried about taking that intake valve out right now. Just gonna knock the rest of these out as quickly as possible. Getting the keepers out can be a little booger sometimes, depends. Got half. Sometimes it's very tempted to put your fingers in here to get the keepers, because usually the magnet don't want to cooperate. Whatever type of magnet that you do use, it still don't want to work out correctly. It gives you a little fight. But any old magnet will work. There's the other half of the keeper. So that's one keeper. Pull your spring out. Turn your knob so your spring can rest. Whatever you do, guys, do not lose your valve spring keepers. I know a good friend of mine, and he's a friend of the family, Robbie Hewitt. He recently tore down his 5.3 LS Chevy motor down, and he was doing a valve job on his heads, and he lost 2 of his keepers, and he said he was having a hard time finding them. And I guess, and somebody like me being in a tight budget, I guess he was preferring that it's hard to find just 2 set of keepers without having to buy the whole thing of the keepers. I don't know if you can get them separate. If you can, that's good. Anyways, now that's said and done with, out the way, we're going to continue to go ahead and remove valve springs and keepers so we can proceed to do this job. Sometimes when you pop them like that, they don't work. The valve spring decompressor wants to pop off at least one of the spring coils. So just be aware and be careful with that, because when they do, they don't give no warning. So you want to make sure that you got your fingers out the way. Because I'm pretty sure them things hurt. They might look little, but they are some heavy duty springs. And I would hate for somebody to get their fingers caught up in there. Not saying that it will, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably take a finger out. At least the tip anyway. Come on, keeper. You know you want to come out. There you go. It really don't matter what type of spring or what type of magnet you use. Them little keepers or some type of a little pain in the butt to get out off of your valve tip. I'm going to say it again, don't forget that you got your little cap. And I'm pretty sure now y'all got some idea how to decompress your valve springs to get your intake and exhaust valves off or out of the head. So we're gonna pause so we can go into the future of this. All right, that took a total of 2.2 seconds to do the other valves. A little white lie. But we're going to spin the head around. This is how it would be sitting on the engine. This is the driver's side. We're going to flip it up. See if I can adjust to where we're at. All right. Intake. I'm sorry, that was that big one I just took out, that was the exhaust. And the small one beside it was the intake. Intake. exhaust. Exhaust. Daggone you. An intake. All right. I'll try to get y'all a closer view of what we got here. Those of y'all that do not know, this is where the piston, the top of the piston, to come real close from touching. I mean, I don't know, a couple hundred thousandths of an inch from surfacing this. And fire, gas, air, and combustion happen, poof, and pushes your piston back down into your cylinder bore of your engine. This is the gasket. We're peeling off the gasket. This is some nasty looking gasket. I would say he had a blowed head gasket for sure. That's all screwed up. That's real bad. That's real bad. That's bad. And even that's bad. But somehow it did not have no water in his oil. But that's still considered as a blowed head gasket. That's trash. We don't need it no more. There's the other side where it was sitting on the engine block, the deck of the engine. But yeah, I'm quite surprised that he didn't have no water in his oil. Now we're going to remove the spark plugs. Now just letting y'all know that these heads come off of the vortec engine that was blown. That had the two rod knockings, number 5 and number 6. I'm surprised that this motor, come on, focus, there you go. I'm surprised that this motor was even able to fire. That's some nasty daggone spark plug. And this guy had the nerves to tell me that red Chevrolet with that 5.7 Vortec engine could beat this old girl right here, Trouble, the 1988 5.7 GMC. He swore up and down if he didn't have no issues with the rod knocking. And this motor right here, he said that he would smoke me in that red truck with this truck. That's a big laugh. Man can't even keep the maintenance up on his vehicle. There's really no telling how long them spark plugs has been in there. They got carbon corroded up on the strap and the igniter. Easy now. Y'all don't be tripping and falling off. Don't be tripping and falling now. That one pretty nasty. Got oil deposits on it. Or deposit, whatever you want to call it. Look at that. It's got debris all up on the strap, on the look through. It's just nasty. Now we're on the stage to some surface disc cleaner. It's like Scotch-Brite. It's a red disc. Got some PB Blaster sprayed on it. Just getting some little bit of carbon and gasket that's left on the head. Trying to get it a little cleaned up. Alright, y'all get the point on that. For the sake of time of the video, on the length, I'm going to continue to do that and clean it, buff it with the pad to get the gasket material and the carbon and oil that's built up on it off the deck of the head. we're going to clean that off, and we're going to go from there. So far, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, guys. Still got a little bit more cleaning to go with. Don't worry about using that disc pad. It's not really gonna hurt this. In fact, it's cast iron. It's not gonna hurt it. So after we get this side here cleaned up good, the deck, we're gonna get in here and try to get all them cleaned out. But I'm gonna make this a part 2 situation, and I'm gonna end this off here. There's all the valves and springs and the keepers. Because I'm going to go over and visit with my granddaddy for a few minutes. And other than that, thank y'all for watching. Comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share if I hadn't said. It helps. Comments help, thumbs up helps. Thank y'all guys for watching and subscribing. I can't remember if I said 902s, but these are 906. I'm going to re-look on here on these vortec heads. Yes, they are 906 vortec iron, cast iron steel heads. They are some good heads. But other than that, you guys, y'all have a good day. And y'all go do something.